Nigerians are weary, they are tired, and majority of Africans are tired of the ECOWAS decision to attack or evade, or in quote, in their own words, bring peace to Niger. Niger had a coup, and this coup is based on the atrocity, oppression, corruption, looting, stealing that is made possible by their colonial master and neo-colonial master, France. Of course, the European Union is also involved, and many of the Western countries are involved in this. But let us focus on France. France has been tagged along, and France have threatened that anybody in Niger that will go against their own interests. Of course, we know what the interest is, the natural resources, uranium and many other resources in Niger. Uranium is used to power electricity in France, and not just that alone, uranium is what gives some of these countries superpower. In fact, majority of them superpower. Uranium is used to manufacture missiles. Missiles is basically what they all rely upon. They believe that once you have your missile, then you have become a superpower. Any country that says this and that, you can as well fire those missiles. This is what the United States of America has. This is what the rest of some of the European countries, particularly France, also has. They have this arsenal that they can use at any time. And this uranium is gotten, at least from the records that we got, if it is true, about 40%, or let us say 25 to 30% of France's uranium is gotten from Niger. Now, Nigerians say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not get himself involved in this, but it seems all appeal is getting on deaf ears. People have looked at the result of this, intrusion by the Nigerian army and also ECOWAS. They say this will bring instability to Nigeria, as terrorists will move in from the neighboring Sahel, the neighboring countries, into Nigeria, and maybe they will infiltrate through the forest into Ghana, Togo, and the rest of those countries. They said that this is not what they want, that there should be a better way of attending to this. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. I'm going to read you a piece, and we are going to listen to what is happening, and you're going to see for yourself. Niger coup, Tinubu writes Senate seeks support for military intervention.
Political and diplomatic way in reaching out to the military junta of Niger to resolve the issue. Let me re-emphasize that for almost 2 decades, Nigeria is battling insurgency, more especially in Borno, Yobe, and some northern states. And also concerned about the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, where I can say virtually there was no government or organized government in Libya. If the situation allowed, or if the position of ECOWAS to use military force to force the military to surrender power to the democratic elected president in Niger, it may lead us to another crisis which Nigeria will be at the receiving end. That is the reason why we are pleading with our colleague
to achieve so far, sir.
Well, we have just been given our marching orders to go to Niger and convey the feelings of our heads of states in the ECOWAS region, that they are not happy with what has happened, and they gave them an ultimatum that the coup peace should desist from what they are doing. And
my dear friends, very good afternoon. I am Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kau Sumaila, OFR, PhD, representing Kano South Senatorial District from Kano, spokesman of Northern Senators Forum. I am here this afternoon to address you on some issues, some topical issues to do with representation on behalf of our caucus of Northern Senators Forum. Can I continue? It is irrational of what is going on in with our neighbors, Niger Republic. The title is Northern Senators Forum. As a forum, we condemn, we the Northern Senators Forum, or caucus, on 10th Senate, under the leadership of Abdul Ahmed Ningi, not with concern and condemn in its entirety the unfortunate development in Niger Republic, where the military forcibly upstaged a democratically elected government of President Muhammad Bazoum. The Northern Senators also take cognizance of the effort of ECOWAS leaders under the able chairmanship of our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in resolving the situation in Niger Republic. The emphasis, however, should be focused on political and diplomatic means to restore democratic governance in Niger Republic. We also take exception to use up the military force until all other avenues, as mentioned above, are exhausted. As a consequence, will be casualty among innocent citizens who go about their daily businesses. Besides, about 7 northern states are share border with Niger, namely Kebbi State, Sokoto State, Zamfara State, Katsina State, Jigawa State, Yobe, and Borno State, respectively. We are also aware of the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, which may affect the 7 northern states, because all these 3 states share border with the Niger Republic. If military force is used, there is serious implication for our country. If military force is used without using all the democratic or diplomatic channel in resolving the cognia. As a Democrat and representative of the people, we are here by urging our colleagues, more especially from the other region, to observe due diligence in invoking Section 5, subsection 4A and B, which gave the National Assembly power to approve the request, or more particular, Senate power to approve the request of Mr. President when we intend to participate or to join any foreign or to engage our military in foreign war. This is our position, and we are urging our colleagues and Nigerians to see reason on using democratic, political, and diplomatic way in reaching out to the military junta of Niger to resolve the issue. Let me re-emphasize that for almost 2 decades, Nigeria is battling insurgency, more especially in Borno, Yobe, and some northern states. And also concerned about the situation of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Libya, where I can say virtually there was no government or organized government in Libya. If the situation allowed, or if the position of ECOWAS to use military force to force the military to surrender power to the democratic elected president in Niger, it may lead us to another crisis which Nigeria will be at the receiving end. That is the reason why we are pleading with our colleague, pleading with our Nigeria, with the remaining leaders of ECOWAS to see reason in insisting that diplomatic and political approach is the best solution to resolve this cognia. I do submit our position. I am talking as my capacity, or at my capacity as spokesman of the Northern Senators Forum of the 10th National Assembly, inshallah. I am Suleiman, Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kab.
especially in West Africa. So meaning, I am not in support of coup d'etat. But I have a concern. Before setting up a unit or anti-coup d'etat unit in ECOWAS, isn't it time that the African head of states or the ECOWAS head of states look into the reason why there are coup d'etats? What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them put their house in order first before they set up an anti-coup d'etat unit. Let them put their house in order. And I believe their house is not in order. This unit is set up to defend them and to protect them only, nobody else. What is more coup d'etat than your national constitution gives you 2-term limit, 5 years, 2 terms. After serving 10 years, you want to change the constitution for another term. Is that not a coup d'etat? Because you feel you have the powers to do that. The soldiers have the powers to coup d'etat. That is also another coup d'etat. And they are living with them there. They are there.
As you can see, Nigerian senators, particularly those in the north of Nigeria, that are closer to this coup, to all of the influx or whatever it is that is going to happen as a result of the intervention of the Nigerian army in Niger, they are saying they are not interested. Already, they are going through hard times. And they will not want the military to go into Niger. They do not want the federal government, they do not want Tinubu to start requesting for some money. No, they say no, they are not interested in that. And now you can see that other African activists and agitators and the rest of them are saying the same thing. They say, how can you talk of democracy? How can you talk of a civilian rule when all that they do is to steal, kill, and destroy? What are we talking about? Is that democracy? Democracy is for people to act stupid, act dull and dumb, keep quiet whilst some group of people are oppressing you, stealing your resources, and they are doing this in conjunction with the West. Go to the northern part of Nigeria. Not so long ago, on Brekete Show, a man came out and he talked about some very rare mineral resources. And these resources are as expensive as it can be. He said that how come bandits and terrorists do not attack or arrest some of those Westerners in the north of Nigeria? He said they move around freely, even at the odd time, odd hour. Why? Because they know what they are there for. There are a lot of mysterious things happening in Nigeria also, but like in the north of Nigeria. We are talking about oil rich, we are talking about mineral resources rich locations and regions. Africans are not interested in whatever military intervention or ECOWAS intervention. But from what I'm seeing, the Nigerian army, they're already practicing. They're already doing their whatever, ready to move into Niger. That's just what it is. What are your thoughts about this one? Like and share. Subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.